Bookish Babes, and welcome to my book nook. For those that are new around here, the name's Rainy Barton. I teach elementary music and middle school musical theater by day, and I booktube in between, and my son messed up my shelves as I didn't notice, but I talk all things different types of books, but thriller and horror is my favorite, but I read a lot of other books. And so if you're interested in that sort of thing, make sure to hit subscribe down below so that you can make sure to see all the videos when they come out on Sundays and other random days. Alright, anyway, in today's video, this one's kind of a fun one, and it was inspired by Haley Hughes and also another friend that just happened to come out with a video that same week where she explored the little libraries in her town, and I figured I would do that. So if you don't know what a little library is, you can make one and put one in your yard. It does take some work and like some laws and some fines that you have to do. But basically a little library is like a free mini library that people build and put in front of their houses or in front of places. And it's like you give a book and you take a book in return. And so it's a free little library. And sometimes I find some hidden gems in the libraries and sometimes I don't. Like I did get my copy of The Green Mile by Stephen King in a free little library. And so I just happened to like go on the website. I just typed in like little library finder. And I figured out where libraries are in my hometown, and there happens to be like 9 or 10 in like one area and then like another 9 or 10 in another. So my plan was to like maybe go to like each of those places and vlog my experience with the little libraries, which means I have to unhaul some books or I can't get books. So regardless, I don't know if I'm going to actually get any books because you never know. People just throw some weird books in there. I mean, I'm throwing some weird books in there. But let's talk about the books that I'm unhauling first, and then we will go and vlog the experience. And my sister and my little son, Lincoln, are going to come with me on this journey, so you'll see them later in the video. I just want to start out by saying that I'm very proud of myself for this unhaul because I hate unhauling books. I have like this fear about unhauling books as if I'm missing out because either I'm giving away a book that I haven't read yet and I'm like, oh, that's not fair to the book. Or like if I hated a book and I'm just keeping it for like aesthetic purposes, or because I paid full price for it and I don't want to let it go. But like, why would you want books on your shelf that you're not excited about? Because what if someone comes into your like place and says, oh, what about this book? And you go, oh, well, I hated it. Or this one, I didn't read it and I don't really want to. Like, that's not exciting to me. So I'm quite proud for some of these books that I'm giving away because some of them are brand new from last year and I hated them and it's time to give them a better home. So without further ado, let's talk about this book haul. Alright, I have 10 books. I'm going to whiz through them super quick so that this video is not long because I already feel like the little library part is going to be long. So, first book that I am getting rid of is, which I'm hopefully a kid doesn't pick this up because this one's a little scary. It's Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Khaw. I did buy this full price. It's a tiny little novella. I didn't like it. It's supposed to be like this Japanese horror book about like this mansion that like in Japan that like this couple and a bunch of their friends go to so that they can get married, and then some spooky stuff happens with like this Japanese geisha and like murder and burials and like all this stuff. And it was basically like 80 pages of them bickering and arguing over like their long lost love and like hating each other as friends, and then like maybe 10 pages of like Japanese horror shit. So anyway, needless to say, it wasn't very good. I don't want it anymore, and so I figure I'll just let someone get it. This next one I've been holding on to because the cover is pretty and because I paid full price for it, and also because I heard that they're actually turned this into a trilogy, and so I really toyed with whether I wanted to read the second one, but then after I thought about how much I hated this book, I went, Rainy, if you read the second one, like, you're doing a disservice to yourself. And that book would be My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I've never read any other books by his. I did recently get his All Good Indians one, and I was debating whether to get that one or not because I hated this book so much. But I've heard that that one is really good, so I'm willing to give it a try. And this one is about this girl named Jade Daniels, who loves slasher novels and like ends up like knows everything there is about slashers. And decides that her town is in the middle of the slasher and that it's her job to like train the final girl to like be the final girl and survive all of the slashing stuff. But it was super slow, super boring. I felt uneducated while reading it because I didn't understand his writing style at all. And I don't know, but I hated it. I like really, really hated it. I've thought about trying to read it again and see like if I could like it the second time, but like I don't want to. So hopefully someone likes this better than me. Then we are getting rid of a book that I recently just read in January for my TBR. By the time that I film my January wrap-up, I won't have this book in my possession anymore, and so I'll just have to flash it on the screen. But that is The Ghost Bride by Youngsi Chu. I did not like this book. I gave it 2 stars. It started off really strong, and then it just went south. It has a cool premise about how, like, there's, in China, like, they believe in ghost marriages, where, like, you could be a ghost bride to, like, someone that passed in order to, like, gain them favor. But then the guy starts, like, haunting her, and then she, like, turns, like, half dead and has to get back to her body before he, like, gets her. I'm like, I don't know. It had an interesting premise, and it started out really strong. And then, like, it got boring, and I didn't like the main character, and I did not like the ending and how it went, and I wasn't about it. I tried it. It wasn't for me, so maybe someone will like it better than I did. And we're gonna unhaul a popular Christmas book because why not? I didn't like it. It doesn't need to stay on my shelves, and that is One Day in December by Josie Silver. I just didn't really care for this book. One, because it involves 2 people cheating, and the cheating trope is just not really a trope that I appreciate. It depends on what it is, but this one, like, they're just both snooty, terrible people that are hurting the friends and people closest in their lives to them. Why? I don't friggin' know. But I'm not about it. It's literally about a girl. She sees a guy on a bus stop while she's on a bus. She drives away. She thinks he's the love of her life. A year later, finds out he is now dating her best friend, and they recognize each other, and then 10 years go by of, like, them, like, being like, oh, I need to be with you, but I can't be with you, and, like, all the hoopla. I don't know. It's way too long for one regard. For a romance book, it's like 400 pages, and nobody needs to read 400 pages of this. No one. And I'm getting rid of a couple of classic novels because when I was in high school and even into college, all I read was classic novels. Like, that's really funny. Like, most people now are like, oh, I need to read classics. And I'm like, I've already read a bunch of classics. But there's just a few I haven't gotten to, and I've ran out of my classics phase, and I just don't know if I want to ever read these. So I'm going to give them to someone else. And I got this from the Friends of the Library sale, which means it's a little dinged up, but I kind of like the copy of it. I mean, like, it's pretty cool. And it's the Test of the D'Urbervilles. I've heard people say this book is great, but you know what? If I think it's going to be great, then I'm just going to buy a better copy than this, because this one is just a little dingy. I mean, it's perfectly fine. Like, it's cool and all. Like, I think it's a cool addition, but I don't really want to keep it anymore, so we're just gonna give it away. What is it about? I don't know. The other classic that I'm giving away that people say is a good book, but honestly, I have no interest in reading it, kind of ever. Like, it's not speaking to me, is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I will say, I watched the Three Amigos movie, which is with, like, who is this? Steve Martin and 2 others that I absolutely love. Martin Short, and there's one more. Chevy Chase, I think. And that movie is great, and it's like a knockoff of The Three Musketeers, so I'll just stick with that and, like, envision that in my head, and hopefully someone else will want this book. Right, we have 4 books left. The next one is one that it became a Netflix original, and I thought I was going to be interested in it, and the more I think about it, I'm just not interested in reading it, and it's way too long for my taste, and it's a mass market paperback, which, if we don't know by now, I hate, and that is The Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I don't know. I thought I'd be interested in this, but, like, this just does not seem like something I want to be a part of. And I know there are some people that are probably going to, like, be like, no, you should keep this and read it. But, like, I just don't want it. I mean, I think I'll survive. Fam. Then we're going to get rid of literally just a book that is on my shelves that I don't want, and I'm not going to even explain it because it's just a weird book. Like, you know how you get these weird, like, board books people give you? I don't even remember who gave me this, but it's called Furry Logic Parenthood, and I read it once, and it was cute, but, like, I figure this is perfect to give to, like, a free library, so don't judge that I'm giving this away. And then the last 2 books on my shelf, so this is an advanced reading copy in ARC, and I did read it. I got ARCs for, like, personal development books back when I had a podcast, because they would want you to get the advanced reader copy so you could interview the author, like, as the book was coming out. So this is called Love Matters More: How Fighting to Be Right Keeps Us from Loving Like Jesus. And it was a good read, but, like, I wouldn't read it again. So maybe there's someone else out there that wants, like, some cool religious-y book that, you know, is cool and stuff. And then the last book I'm giving away, because I bought it thinking that I was going to read it because I hadn't. And then I looked at my Goodreads and realized I had read it. And also, like, I don't really know if I want to read it because I love the musical enough. I've seen the musical 3 times, and I just don't know if I want to read it again. And that's Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I've already read it. I discovered I forgot that I read it in high school. I've seen the musical, like I said, 3 times, and I don't think I need to read the book again. So we're going to get rid of it. And that's all the books that I'm planning on unhauling. So now we are going to get ready to go explore the little libraries with my sister and my son. The lighting's terrible, but here's the sis. And there's Linky in the back. And we're going to go get some books in these free libraries. Okay. Here is this cute little library. Like, look at this. It's so cute. Okay, let's see what's in it. Oh God, can I open it? Okay, so we've got a bunch of paperbacks. Nothing that I'm really noticing that I know. It just seems like a bunch of like thrillers. And then over here we have some other mass market paperbacks. I've heard of Tammy Hogue. Let's see, Big Year. Yeah, a lot of these I don't really know. Like I said, these are always hit or miss. And then we have down here, this looks like the children's book section. Life Lessons from a Cat, because everyone needs that. And yeah, this one is super nice though. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, well, I'm gonna give actually 2 books to this library, so let me go get another one. All right, our next destination is this cute little library. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down on the floor really quick while I look. Oh, it looks like it has a Percy Jackson one in there. That's awesome. Book of Mormon. That's some good promise. And then this looks like the all religious section down here. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm gonna stick these 2 bad boys in here. This one back, and then I just want to look at this one. Nice. But I don't have the rest of the series, so I'm not going to go for that. That's a good steal. All right. Back you go. All right, here's another little library. Woo! Let's see what we've got. Oh, Game of Thrones. That's a good one.
That's my
Thrones. Okay, that's fine. Over here, I'm not really sure what this section is. It looks like children's books, so I'll move that back. Brad Taylor. I've never really heard of him.
What's this?
And then we have, let's see.
It's a
what
boy.
is this?
It's a
More.
boy.
I've never heard of that. Straight Man. Harry Potter? Oh, that's a steal, man. People better take that. Why is Mr. Harry Potter in here? And then it looks like behind is just more children's books. I see a Judy Blume one. Who's giving away their Harry Potter stuff? I'm very sad with these people. And then we have House of God, Tentacle and Wing. This one's actually not that bad, friends. All right, give me the 2 books I'm going to do. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Hold the camera. You're the filmer now. Oh, I put
What's
that.
this one?
And then, oh God, this is not going to fit. You know what? It's just going to have to go like that. And then we close it. And then, here, ready, Lincoln? Film him. Say hello. Ready? Let's go. Oh. Right, our next library. Look at this one. It's so cute. Okay, it's got 2 locks. And then let's see what we got. I see a lot of books that I've never heard of before. Some board books. Some random books over here. Mexico. What is this one? The Family Fair. Is that a photo album? I was about to be like, oh, it's the Fruit of the Spirit. Okay, and then a bunch of paperbacks and interesting books. Where'd you go, Bernadette? I actually heard of this one. I might take this one. And then, let's see. Behind all of this, we've got The Rule of 4. I'm not really seeing much that I would want. Oh, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This book is fantastic. If you haven't read it, that's a steal. All right. Let's put these fruit back and let's lock it up. All right, we've got this one, and I don't know what's going on with that one, but this one's really cute. Okay, it has shells and everything. Alright, take a book. Oop. Alright. Hammerhead Ranch Motel. That's cute. Tom Clancy. Prince of Tides. Dan Brown. Coconut Cowboy. Sounds quite interesting. I'm going to stick the one that I'm putting in. I'm putting Wicked in there. And then down here we have Blended. What is that one? Oh, Sophie Kinsella. I might actually get that one, maybe. Bloomsbury. Sleepers. Michael Lewis. Oh, what's this one? Returns of Isle and Lost. My Promise Land. Oh, Slaughterhouse 5. A classic. And this water one. All right. All right, here's a small little library. Let's take a look. Take a look inside. This one's all leafy. Oh, I do love The Tale of Despereaux. That was a cute little book when I was little. Okay, let's see. We've got some, The Barthoum Project, Robinson Crusoe, Just One Damned Thing After Another, a bunch of children's books, and not much. So let me just give one to them, and we'll be on our way. Okay, this one's like by a freaking lake and all. It's like up the journey. We are really going on a journey to get to this one. Oh, I see one that's good already. The Girl Who Played with Fire. Whoever put this off has good taste. Encyclopedia Brown. Not much else. So we'll just put this and be on our way. And off on my journey back to the car. Look at this place. Okay, excuse the lighting. I'll try over here. So we've had some success. Oh my gosh, the lighting is just terrible. You're just gonna have my face half shielded. We've had some success and some not, as my sister sees. There were 3 at least libraries that we went to, and they weren't there anymore. And we searched, and they weren't there. And do you know how annoying that is to go somewhere and the library not be there? Right, Sarah?
I know.
But she wants me to get her a horror book, but I haven't found any yet. So, we'll see. Let's see what we've got at this one. Okay, Heavens for Real, Wanderlust, Sparrow, a Merlin book. Are there more in the back? No. Dean Koontz, nothing. And this one doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like a lot of children's books are all here at the bottom. Beverly Cleary. Oh, a Babysitter's Club. Good work. Well, we gonna leave a scary book in here because this is a little scary. All right. Here is our last little library stop. Let's see what we've got. How do you open this? Oh dear, I hit my camera with it. Okay. We've got a bunch of Mouse Market paperbacks. It's a Happy Thing, Tyrannosaurus Canyon, Dan Brown, Mary Higgins Clark, Tuck Everlasting. Okay. Oh, I'm not even showing you. My bad. Tuck Everlasting. Okay, and then down here, oh, The Shadow of the Wind. I actually have this. Oh, this is another book of his. I might get it then. I might want that. Shadow of the Wind, Jodi Picoult. Although I already have that one, or I would get it.
This one.
Oh yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Jonathan Strange, awesome. All right, let's give this and be done. Hello, friends. Would it be a video if I didn't have my mom bun in, rocking and rolling to go? My son is hopefully still napping, so we will see if I can film this last bit. So this is a couple of days after the little library vlog, and so I figured I'd share the 2 books that I ended up picking up. Although, I've had these books for about a week now, and now I'm just like, I don't know if I really want either of them. So they might be getting unhauled fairly soon, but I got them for free and didn't have to pay for them, so I'm not worried about it. Anyway, the first one I picked up was Where'd You Go, Bernadette? by Maria Sample, because there's a sticker on it and I haven't taken it off yet. It says, when 15-year-old B claims a family trip to Antarctica as a reward for perfect grades, her intelligent but agoraphobic mother, Bernadette, throws herself into preparations for the trip. Worn down by years of trying to live the Seattle life she never wanted, Bernadette's on the brink of a meltdown. As disaster follows disaster, she disappears, leaving her family to pick up the pieces, which is exactly what B does, weaving together emails, invoices, and school memos to reveal the secret past that Bernadette has been hiding for decades. Actually, this kind of sounds interesting when I read it again, so I might actually keep this. I do know that it's been turned into a movie, so maybe that could be a fun, vlog to, read the book and then watch the movie. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I picked this one up. And then the other one, I picked up The Angels Game by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. He's the author of The Shadow of the Wind, which I do have on my bookshelf. I picked that up because Noelle and Elias, and, oh God, what's the other guy's name? I can't remember right now. Fictional Fates. His name. Anyway, they do a book club together, and they did that a couple of months back, and so I picked that book up, and then I figured I would read this one too as well. However, I'm definitely probably going to unhaul this. This is just not speaking to me as much. It says this one is about a thriller. David Martin, a pulp fiction writer struggling to stay afloat, is holed up in an abandoned mansion in the heart of Barcelona, furiously tapping out story after story, becoming increasingly desperate and frustrated. When he's approached by a mysterious publisher offering a book deal that seems too good to be real, he leaps at the chance. But as he begins the work, and after a visit to the cemetery of forgotten books, he realizes there's a connection between his book and the shadows that surround his dilapidated home, and that the publisher may be hiding a few troubling secrets of his own. I don't know. This one, I thought was going to be interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a chance, allow it to, DNF or something before I just get rid of it. But these are the two books I picked up in the little reading library, and I apologize for my terrible skills at holding a camera and also telling you what's in it, because apparently I can't do both. You live and you learn. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you should look in your town and see if you have any little libraries that you can go visit. It was super fun, and I didn't even visit half of the little libraries in my town. We have 50, I guess. I don't know. I'd love to make one of my own one day when I have a home that I actually want to plant one in. But I hope that you had fun. Maybe this is an adventure you can go do with your friends and family. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.